Hey guys, sorry if I look like hell. I've had some sleepless nights lately, having to switch careers from something I really love doing, working on small engines and stuff, to going back to the construction thing, because, when you're young, sometimes you just got to eat shit and cash checks, and you don't get to do what you love just yet. I'm still building saws, still doing that stuff on my own, on my free time. But my day job's gonna have to be dirt work for a little while. But anyway, that's why I got bags under my eyes. I look like shit. Should have had the girl frickin' makeup me up. But anyway, wanted to film this video for a long time now. And I don't know why I feel the need to pay lip service to Farmertec, but I want to, because they have given me something that I really enjoy, which is the ultimate adult Lego set that you could fire up and cut wood with when you're done building it. You know what I mean? These kits are addictive as hell. Everybody I've ever, befriended, reached out to, who has gotten into these kits has friggin' fallen in love with them, and it's the only thing they want to do. Shout out Tim Bauer, shout out the Wannabe Kit Builders Club, Aaron Lynch, John Bob, and my boy Chris, even though Chris is kind of mad at me lately, but it is what it is. I still love him. We're gonna do a sick 272 build off here soon. Excited for that. Those saws are gonna be sick. Really, really interested in the highway Titan nickel cylinders. Really want to rekindle the 460 project. That damn 460 has been a pain in my ass since I built the fucker. Gonna do a highway Titan nickel big bore pop-up on the 460, so 54 millimeter, 52 millimeter on the 372 pop-up Titan nickel. Those kits are both about $100, a little bit more, which is a fucking steal. I don't know if you saw the recent Iron Horse video where he reviews them, but they are sweet looking. I think they're gonna rip. Anything beats the stock port timing from Farmertec cylinders, but I digress. Farmertec. No, all their products are not Chinese crap. They're not. They just aren't anymore. Made in China isn't a automatic negative anymore. It just isn't. The longer people build shit, the better they get at building it. And Farmertec has consistently and sometimes gone above and beyond in R&D and perfecting their process, or whatever they do, finding better suppliers. Their products have consistently gotten better since they started making them. The 660 by now, because it's by far the most popular of all the kits, it just is, because why pay $180 for, a 50cc saw when you could get a 92cc saw for the same price? You know what I mean? So the 660 is always going to be king. Even though I'm still going to stick by my word that nobody needs a 660. Nobody ever needs a 660, really, unless you're a professional timber faller. And even then, like, 72cc saws are king. The 372 XP, 460, even 440s. But it's fun to have a 660 around to fire up for your buddies, or to do some milling or whatever. I have one. I love it. I'm just saying. It's crazy that some of the first saws people get because of Farmertec are 660s. Like, sure you don't want to learn on like an MS-170 first, or like an electric saw? I don't know. People buy electric saws and don't put bar oil in them. They forget about that. But anyway, Farmertec has improved their products across the board. The 660 kit saws are, in the hands of a skilled mechanic, are commercial level. They are. There's a few parts here and there that still could be upgraded, but it's as close as they've gotten so far. It really is. Below that, the 460 kit's decent. The 440, I really want to build a 440 kit. the 372 kit, and yeah, 660, 372, 460, 440. Those are the most popular. They're the ones with the most research and development. They're the ones that, if you look on the Farmertec website, it actually says how many units they've sold when you look at the pages. Go ahead and take a look, and just from that, you'll be able to tell which are the best products. Like somebody posted the other day, hey, has anybody built the MS-180 kit? No, nobody, not a single person. And if they did, they were pissed because they suck. Nobody buys them, so they don't know that they suck, you know? And then, like, you could just go buy a real one for like 180 bucks or whatever. So no, nobody builds that fucking kit. Anyway, I need to just quit rambling. If you're gonna buy any Farmertec product, only buy it from Farmertec.com or one of their listed US dealers. Anywhere else, you're gonna get ripped off. Amazon, eBay, just don't do it. I'm serious, don't do it. The best price you're gonna get is either making a big order on Farmertec.com, because, you know, shipping for one saw kit per se is like 75 bucks to me, but for 2 kits, it's like 95. So it behooves you to perhaps find a buddy or something that lives near you that wants a kit saw too, and just order together. Or if you're Mr. Moneybags, order, you know, a handful of them at a time. And yes, the shipping is going to take between 45 and 60 days, give or take. Bitching about it isn't going to make it go any faster. I suggest just making your order and then forgetting about it. And then eventually you'll just get a nice surprise on your doorstep. It will show up. No, the tracking won't be good, or you won't get a tracking number. They won't always tell you anything about your order. You just wait, man. I'm serious. That's what you have to do. In terms of blue saws versus kit saws, I think anybody who's into chainsaws, anybody who wants to be able to say they built their saw, get a kit. It's a really rewarding experience. They're super addicting. You're going to build one, that first time it fires, you're going to be hooked, and you're going to want to build more. And then you're going to want to build more and sell them to your buddies. And then you're going to want to build your own little business and sell them to everybody. I kid you not, almost everybody I've ever talked to who has built these saws, that has been the progression. It's what happened to me. For me, it's just I want an excuse to build more kits. So if I can get other people to pay me to build them kits, I'm going to do that. But anyway, it's the ultimate adult Lego set that you can go and cut wood with when you're done, you know? So yeah, I'd always go kit, because it's recommended. I don't know if everybody knows, it's recommended if you buy blue saws to essentially take them apart and Loctite everything when you get it anyway. So you're gonna have to do assembly. But I also suggest that if you're gonna build a kit, especially if you're gonna build a kit and then complain about it not running or something, to at least have a little bit of mechanical ability, because it's not easy putting one together. Like, it's easy enough. It's just, most of it's just screwing nuts and bolts in, but the parts like putting your crankshaft in the cases, and you know, figuring out your squish, and if you're going to do any port and polish, doing the port and polish, those are the things that can get a little dicey if you don't know what you're doing. I've ruined a few cylinders just playing around with the Dremel. I'm starting to get half good at it, and I tried the other day. I flowed the case on my 372. Man, that magnesium gets everywhere. It's crazy. It's a super fine, weird dust, but probably not great to breathe in either. But yeah, and I can't stress this enough when you're going to build kits, to get you a can of brake clean and expect to go through the entire can when you build the saw. You want to make sure everything's super clean. You don't want to have any dirt, any metal shavings or anything getting in to the crankcase or getting anywhere important, because then you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna, you know, burn up top ends. You're gonna fucking have a bad time. So if you're gonna do it, be clean. Download or screenshot the illustrated parts lists or the expanded, you know, blow up diagrams. Those help a lot. There are no instructions anywhere. There are videos online. Some are more helpful than others. I've tried to film a few like bolt for bolt vids, but I get super annoyed after a while and then just stop filming. I promised a 372 video, and I filmed a little bit of the 361 builds I did recently, but I just get to building and forget about filming. But anyway, there's a few half decent videos, but there's no, when you buy a kit, let me back up. It's kind of the same, I talked about this in a previous video, it's kind of the same as pistol brace stocks on ARs. Yeah, it looks like a stock, but you're not supposed to put it to your shoulder technically. It's a gray area. You could do it, but like, don't fucking post it on Facebook, right? The same thing with building these kits. Technically, they're not allowed to encourage or suggest that you build these kits into a complete saw. They literally sell them, and all their wording is, these are to repair your OEM saws. Okay? So no, nobody's gonna hold your hand and send you instructions on how to build them. Okay? You're gonna have to figure that out yourself. And don't, you know, the whole reason, I think there's some copyright stuff, but another reason is they don't want to have to warranty your shoddy mechanic work, right? You know, because if they sold it as a build it yourself kit and then you build it but you fuck up and you go complain to them, like, no, that's not gonna fly. So you're on your own, really. You gotta be self-sufficient, and you gotta be confident, and you gotta be clean, and you gotta be meticulous, you know, figure out what packs of bolts go where, and, you know, after you build the first one, the rest are cake. It's easy. I could build a 660 in my sleep by now. But anyway, so yeah, only buy them from the Farmertec site or a US dealer. If you're gonna only buy one saw or one kit, I suggest a US dealer like Jess Ray. Go to Jess Ray. He'll hook you up. He treats everybody like family, and he gives a shit, which is nice. He's got the best prices in all of America. Like, I don't even think you can get one kit from China with shipping cheaper than you could get it from him. I don't know how he does it. I'm not a business guy, though. I mean, he just does it in bulk. That's what it is. But anyway, don't go pay over $1,000 for a you-know-who built kit saw. Don't do it. Anyway. So, the next things. Make sure when you're building your kit saws that your flywheel side of your crank is clean and you tighten the nut down to the proper torque spec, which is like 28 pounds or something, or you will shear your woodruff key. What's going to happen is you're going to pull on it and it's going to like want to fire and pop, and the second you shear that key, it's going to start backfiring and not wanting to run every time. It happened to me. You sheared your woodruff key. Just get a new woodruff key. Make sure that nut is tight. Any other? I essentially suggest using MotoSeal for all the gaskets. I don't use base gaskets usually, unless obviously the squish requires it. But like, I MotoSeal the cases together with the gasket, and I MotoSeal my top ends on. Or any other fuel-resistant silicone gasket maker. It has to be fuel-resistant, though. Biggest issues you're gonna face are air leaks. If you didn't put your seals in right, your crank seals, or the your intake manifold has to be properly attached. I also put MotoSeal on the inside of the intake manifolds when I put them on the cylinder with the clamps, because I don't know why, I've had bad luck with the clamps. They like vibrate loose all the time, and sometimes they're kind of hard to get at. Whatever. Air leaks are your biggest enemy. The carbs that come with the kits are hit and miss. I just ordered some of the OEM Walboro 660 carbs, so I'll know about those soon. But I've had carbs. My 660 carb wasn't the worst. The 361 carbs, meh. Without the proper intake hardware, that they still won't send me the right stuff, but it's like $1. Doesn't matter. I can't be for certain if those were great. I did buy an OEM 361 carburetor online or on eBay. The Nimtech. Okay, for your 372 kits, go on Amazon, find the Nimtech 372 carburetor, order that immediately. It's like 15 bucks. That carb is 100 times better than the carb that they shipped the 372 with. The one that came with my kit couldn't hold a tune. It was just trash. Even when I'd like lean it out all the way, it was still only going like 12,000 RPMs or whatever. So yeah, get the Nimtech carbs or OEM HT12 or whatever the till it's in or whatever. What else? Farmertec 101. Yeah, do a little bit of your own research and time before you ask stupid questions on the group page, because it gets old, kind of. Yeah, only have the choke on and pull it over 3 times with the big saws, or else you're gonna flood it every time, and you're gonna wonder why your saw won't start. Well, you flooded it. What else can I pack into this video? I want this to be kind of a catch-all. So put in the comments anything else, any of your tips and tricks for Farmertec, because I want people to be able to watch this video before, or when, right when they think they want to get into these saws, and this will help them out tremendously. Because this is exactly what I did to like my buddy Tim Bauer. He was getting in these saws and was asking questions, and I just kind of took him aside and gave him, show him the ropes. And now, like I said, you build one of these, you're gonna want to build more, and you're gonna try and find ways to build as many as possible. Like Tim's building them for other people, and it's great. It's awesome. Got the Wannabe Kit Builders Club in the house. What else? Farmertec blue saws. Like I said earlier, take them apart and Loctite all the your head studs, everything, all the fasteners. Take them out, Loctite them, put them back in, because then at least you know. Because if you don't do that, you're relying on it to have been done by the manufacturer, which isn't always the best thing to rely on. No, these saws aren't junk. They're not. They cut wood. There are better aftermarket parts, highway top ends, especially titanium nickel. Ooh, nice. But I've had luck with Farmertec ones too, and I do a little porting and whatnot. That's what these are great for. So let me go back. These saws aren't for people who can't fix shit themselves. They're not. Because if you're having a bunch of issues and you try and take it to your local like small engine repair place, they might not want to work on it, which sucks, I don't know why they'd turn down business, and they're just like the saws that they're cloned after. So if you can't fucking turn a wrench, don't buy one of these saws. Just don't do it. Because then inevitably you're going to be the guy who's bitching and moaning that they can't start it, or they can't fix this or that or whatever. Nobody likes that guy. They get kicked out of the group quick. Yes, these saws are 100% parts interchangeable with their original OEM counterpart. So, the best part is, if you are so inclined to build your own saw, anytime that a part fails, you have the choice to go and order, whether it be through your local dealer or eBay. I suggest eBay. You can order original OEM parts and put them right on your saw, and then your saw will be that much better. Alright? Some saws need more of that than others. Like I said, the 660 is by far the most plug and play. I build 100% from the kits, and they are good saws. Other saws, there might be a few parts here and there that need to be OEM, and that's fine, because you're still going to come out way lower than the cost of the real thing. Okay? These saws are not for people who expect to have zero issues with their equipment. If that's you, stay away. Go buy a real Steel, a real Husqvarna, a real Echo, or whatever, and hope that it doesn't have any issues either, because OEMs have their issues too. But if you can't fix common issues or even big issues, don't buy one of these saws, because all you're going to do is have issues and just go complain and tell your buddies that they suck, and it's not the saw's fault, it's your fault. And that's just, it is what it is. You aren't mechanically inclined enough to have one of these saws. You know, life isn't fair, you know. Pay somebody like me to build you one. Yeah, even the blue saws, you know, maybe some of them are getting close to 100% reliable, especially if you buy them from a US dealer who actually, you know, takes them apart and ensures that everything's working, and they'll warranty that. Just Race Motor City saws. But yeah, if you are gonna complain about, you know, an oil pump or a recoil or a carb not being in tune, don't even, just move on. Thankfully, you watched this video before you made the mistake of purchasing one and then complaining about it. That would be ideal. You're gonna have to be able to fix stuff. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have little issues. We all have been through it. You know, sheared woodruff keys is a really easy one, because when you're building kits, sometimes it's hard to get proper torque on the flywheel nut without a piston stop, or, you know, breaking off fins on the flywheel, which I do all the time, because I stick a wrench in there and then, you know, try and torque it down. I think almost all my flywheels have a fin or two missing. They're just mine. Oh, another thing, my kit saws, my 660 is usually always fine, but I'm constantly taking them apart, checking this, you know, upgrading that, and so they're not always put together. But the reason why I do that is because I want to encounter and troubleshoot any possible problem that I can find on my saws, and so when I build them for somebody else, I know that they're gonna be reliable. That is the most important thing, because within reason, I offer essentially a no questions asked warranty to my saws. If it's my fault, I'll fix it. Easy as that. Farmertec parts are super cheap. Some OEM parts, I got a good dealer that like fuel. Go to your local steel dealer for rubber products, fuel lines and stuff. I found a lot of like the green good ethanol resistant fuel lines for 460s and 361s for like $7 or $8 when they want like 25 for them on eBay. So eBay is good for some things, but not for others. Tank vents as well. Get those from your steel dealer. Because for whatever reason, Farmertec hasn't figured out how to make a tank vent correctly yet. What else? The 361 kits are half decent. I built 2 of them recently. They're good. The intake hardware is incorrect that they've been shipping with them. If your collar doesn't have a little cutout for the impulse, then it's incorrect. And in that kit, the insert ring's too small. I don't know why they make that mistake. It doesn't make sense. But they do. but it's like literally 50 cents or something to order the correct parts. So I think Jess Ray's got those 361 kits for like $200 right now. Steal of a deal. Do the big bore kit, it's a bitchin' saw. Trying to think what else. I'm gonna edit most of this out. Oh yeah, if you encounter small little issues with parts here and there, just chalk it up to the fact that you're getting essentially the equivalent or close to an OEM, say 660, for like less than $250, when you could have had to pay like $1,200, $1,300, $1,500, you know what I mean? So just be freaking grateful sometimes. Don't bitch about little issues. Just chalk it up to the game, you know, sign it off, and God, these saws are junk. Okay, send them to me. All your junk saws, send them to me. I'll take care of them. I'll throw them away for you. DMN Saw Shop, Brush Prairie, Washington. Anyway, so yeah, what these saws are for is for dudes who want to be able to say that they built their saw and they want to go have fun and either cut cookies or cut serious wood or timber or whatever. These saws can do it with the right amount of massaging. They can do it. I've proved it. Tons of other guys have proved it. It's not a secret anymore. It seems like every time there's another sale or whatever, a whole new flood of people come in, and they experience the same kind of little issues over and over, and you know, the nice guys keep saying the same stuff, you know, giving the same tips. That's why I wanted to do this video. And again, if you have any other tips, put them in the comments, so that maybe this could be kind of the video. Again, only buy from Farmertec.com if you're going to do kind of a large order, or a US dealer. Jess Ray, he'll take care of you. Smelter City Saws, by the way, or bluesaws.com. He's not paying me. Farmertec's not paying me. I just wanted to do this because I don't like seeing people get ripped off or not know how to work the system, right? You know, it takes a little while sometimes for people to learn kind of the subtleties and how to navigate. So I want to fast track people. Shipping is going to take a while. It just is. I guess if I think of anything else, I'll add another part to this video. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helps, and we'll see you next time. All right, peace.